Good afternoon. Hey guys. Sorry, I'm not doing proper cross-examinations today. But feel free to ask any questions you would like. I am instead signing books for the campaign. Does this work? Does that work? That's terrible. I need a little more height on that. So let's put a pen behind it. Is it going to work? That is not going to work. What is up? What's up? What's up? How's my sound? Can you guys hear me all right? Hey. Gosh, maybe that's too far away because I can't read it. Darn it. There's no perfect way to do this. I'm gonna have to go. All right, I'm gonna just have to move this in here so I can see what you guys are saying. All right, you need to get a Bluetooth lave mic. My Bluetooth mic is here, but it's terrible. It's terrible. I don't know what's going on with my Bluetooth. It was working the other day, and then I turned it on. Like when I go on my walks, it works, right? When I'm going on my walks, doesn't this work just fine? Maybe something happened to it. I don't know. Is it all bad and echoey and stuff? Ready to peacefully protest. So here I am, back to signing books again. So we ran into a whole mess of trouble with the ShipStation thing. One layer after another of trouble. And I don't know if you guys remember early in the campaign, because I was doing the Monster Hunt secret add-on perk. And I'm like, oh, it's a secret add-on perk. So there's no shipping. And so I didn't put that I needed a shipping address because there was no shipping cost. So over 600 of those books have no addresses, which means that one at a time, I have to track down the email, match it up with another buyer on Indiegogo, bring it back into ShipStation, paste it, make sure all the fields are correct. When it's an international order, it's messed up. And so I'm having Elijah do that now because holy cow, that was taking. I'm like, I can be doing anything else right now. I have to be signing books. I have to be packing books. We need, more books packed. And this is all the stuff we have to do before I can start printing out labels and shipping anything. So sign mine to the best looking Canadian. Them one at a time, and as I'm packing them, P-Money. Imagine how long that would take. These pens are terrible. They just don't. Of all the Sharpies, okay, that one's okay. I just need a good color to contrast with the Canon, right? The orange right there. You're so good at this stuff, Mike. You be quiet. You're mocking me, aren't you? Mike Seagal. Elijah can script that and done in half a day. Well, I guess not, because he's in there doing it right now, one at a time. Of course, he has a TV show on at the same time, so I imagine he's not doing it as fast as I was doing it. But then I'm like, Eden, you have to help too. We could do this on another computer. I'm going to the burner's house. No! I need my minions! I was thinking about having Isaac do it on another computer. But, as long as I don't have to do it right now. That's a ding. Ding! So anyways, here I am. We are on signature examinations. If you get one with a green Sharpie on it, then you know you are watching me sign, because the best Sharpie, the best of all of these metallic Sharpies, you got the gold, you got the green, you got the blue, you got the pink, you got, the best one is always bronze. Bronze has the most, I don't know why, something about the bronze pens, they're always the longest lasting. They give you the best lines. You're not always having to do this. What's up, Bianca? I get all this and a shark book. Black Fridays matter. Ah, that's right. I have to go sign more of those too. But I'm trying to take care of the individual. Here's the thing, you know. The individual book orders time around were a minority. I had, I think, between the two campaigns, 4,900 orders. 4,900 unique orders. I just spent the last 2 days grouping those orders together. I have fewer than 2,300 individual backers. So most of the orders were multiple books, which is going to I don't know if it's going to slow me down a little bit. But we'll get there. We'll get there. You know, I don't mind the time it takes. If I didn't have other things to do, you know, if I hadn't committed to doing the secret project or the Game of Thrones cover, which is due by the 15th, or now I've agreed to do a Tadia cover. If it wasn't for the other things I have, you know, because last time around, this was all I was doing. So I could just sit here, la-di-da, all my time, and not have to worry about anything other than fulfillment. But this time I've like, my time is, my wife's like, just think of it as this is what you're doing for your customers, and this is just part of the job. I'm like, I know. It's just not my only job. So I'm just this process is going to give me gray hairs. All right. Joe K says, we got about 30 idiots protesting about the death of George Floyd in Athens. I mean, LOL, what are we supposed to do? Restrain the American police? 432 says, need some prayers. Just got a gig for art based on the book of Revelation. Singular, not plural. Revelation is a singular. So when you remember, just send out a prayer for me. Right on, 432. We will do that. Did the Monster Hunt books come in also? Yes, I have everything. I have everything. And not just everything. I also have, I have about 1,000 orders of Lone Star Heart of the Hero printing 1. So I still had those in the garage, first printing. And now I got a sign, bag, chip, those 2. You just want to come show off.
Who does?
Max, you want to do some bagging, boy? So cute. All right, do the monster. Oh, wait. You the man, Mike. Great job on this project. Thank you. It's crazy. I didn't know that we were puppet masters of the Minnesota police. Oh my gosh. I'm so tired of it. So tired of just all of it. I'm tired of the virtue signaling. I'm tired of the violence, the looting, the innocent people getting killed. Now this insane call to defund the police. What are these people just stupid? I mean, you want to defund the police. Really? Really? Do you have a gun? Do you have a gun? In all these cities where people are saying, let's defund the police? These are probably cities where people aren't allowed to have guns in the first place, and therefore the criminal element becomes bigger and more powerful, and therefore the cops in return become more sensitive to people of a certain ethnicity that are the majority of the criminal element. You have created this problem that has led to police, or the view or whatever, that the police are always targeting certain minorities. That's the problem. And now you want to take away the one thing that's standing between those criminals and the innocent people of the minority population, because your city doesn't allow you to have guns. Are you stupid? It's not a hard question. Are you stupid? Are you mentally incapable of understanding that if you take away the people with the lawful guns, the police who are supposed to protect you and who are out there hunting down the bad guys, the other guys with the guns will take over your neighborhoods? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Mexico. You want to see bodies hanging from the light poles? You want to see piles of decapitated heads of people who stand up? That's a really smart way to do it. Genius. Hey, Mike, how are you also? How many books are you signing? Thousands of books. Dude, I've got like 1,500 books in this house, and that's like a tenth of what I have in the garage. And oh boy. The police are now basically human body shields for the banks and the bureaucracy. I don't quite understand your meaning. The banks and the bureaucracy. The police, the job of the government, frankly, is to protect one citizen's rights from being trampled on by another citizen. And that means the right to protect your property instead of being shot by somebody who wants to steal some TVs. I'm so sick of talking about this. It's just infuriating. Everyone dab or poke fire the wrench goddess will cast you out. I don't see a police officer. I see a walking stack of papers that can take my $150,000 house and sell it to an FBI friend if I owe $1,000 in back taxes on. Okay, that's a very skewed perception of what police do on the daily. Interesting concept. Otherwise, maybe we should just go back to having a fully armed and well-regulated militia. You look like I feel. We've been burning the candle at both ends. Thanks for telling me I look tired. This pen is killing me. I'm hating it. I'm hating this pen right now. All right, what else I got? I got red. Red would kind of... Where'd my blue pen go? Let me try silver. You know what? This old silver... These recollections pens actually work better than Sharpies, but I don't know where to buy them. You look really well rested. Thank you, Dennis. I sensed sarcasm in that comment, but I'll take it. Yeah, I don't know why these pens work better than Sharpies, but they do. founders were against property taxes. They left Europe because of it. Well, the founders were here before. The founders were born here. Most of them, if not all of them. The people who left Europe were my ancestors. My ancestors came here in 1611. They weren't signing the Declaration of Independence 160 something years later, 65 years later. They were dead. They were dead. But I don't know. Maybe they're related to some of the founders. Maybe I have some branch of my family tree that. My friend Brian, one of his great forebears, was a signer of the Declaration. That's pretty cool, I gotta say. You know what? I'm gonna go with no. All right, if I'm gonna go with bronze, I gotta move where I'm signing this. All right, how's that? I'll sign on the arm there instead. Does that work? That works. Moving. Wow, which signer? I don't remember. I haven't seen his thing since high school, so. MS. I love the mental gymnastics the Supreme Court, who the courts and police ignore anyway, ruled police aren't here to protect you. The Supreme Court, what? I don't know what you're talking about. The police aren't here to protect us? It's literally their job. The Supreme Court said that's not their job? When was this? Did I miss something? I'll defund the Supreme Court before I defund the police. And it's just insanity. It's just insanity. Do they want to? Maybe everyone who thinks that way should go visit Mexico. For a while and see how they're treated by the federales who are under the boot heel of the cartels. Hold on a second. Wow. No, police are not supposed to enforce the Constitution. Don't they swear to, or is that just politicians that swear to? I don't know what the swearing-in ceremony is for police in the country. Police can't protect you. They don't have precognition. At best, they can punish those who've wronged you. That's right. Unless they get into the situation between two people during the altercation. All right, I'm just going to bag some of these so I don't have a giant stack of Canaan White comic books on my... Should I tape them too? What the heck. Why not? Comics on my pillow make me happy. I'm going to be doing this in the slowest possible method because it's just me. I have when it's all of us, when it's me and some of the kids and we have a little lineup session, I can sign almost as fast as another one can bag, almost as fast as another one can tape. And the kids put all the boards in the bags over the weekend. Of course, I only have 4,000 bags and boards, so I need another 4,000 or so. I might need more. But I get them at cost. Oh man, this bag's ripped. Waste. I get them at cost because of my friendship with a comic shop owner. So that's nice. You need more kids, Mike. Well, I'd love to have more kids if I was younger and could afford them. I can't afford the ones I got. Sign it. Sign it. All right. The police can shoot someone if they feel threatened, but you can't protect your own daughters now from drug dealers, short of one coming in your home. The police can't have the monopoly on force. Short of one coming in your home. You mean you can't like go out into the street hunting drug dealers? That's true. That would be, that'd probably be a bad idea. Or do you mean like if someone sells your daughter's drugs, you're not allowed to go out there and murder them? That is also not a good idea. I don't know what situation you're thinking of where someone outside of your home needs to be shot. But I think everyone should be able to obviously have absolute self-defense for themselves and their family in any time, in any situation. So yeah, this only having the guns in your own home garbage is crap. It's funny. My wife was concerned about MAGA 7 getting me death threats. And I'm like, oh, that'd be cool, because then I could get a concealed carry permit. Because in California, that's the thing. You have to prove that you're legitimately afraid for your life, or that you regularly carry millions of dollars with you or whatever, in order to get a concealed carry permit. I'm like, well, if I can get a legitimate death threat, I could get a concealed carry permit. And then I would be strapped everywhere. I wouldn't leave the house. It's like I don't leave the house without my knife now. I wouldn't leave the house without my gun. I would be perpetually prepared. The real problem is you won't get MAGA 7 done until Christmas. MAGA 7's already done. I just have to letter it. But before I letter it, I'm going to change the script up to... There have been some different circumstances over the past few months. So I'm going to change some of the dialogue in MAGA 7 to update with recent history. But yep, that's launching in July. Book is done. I don't know how it's going to do, but hopefully it'll do well. And then, boy, the rest of my year is pretty dang booked. Watching current kids shows is stunning. Concealed carry permit availability varies by county. Where I am, just working a night job at a gas station, store, fast food joint is enough. Oh, really? Ooh, that'd be good. Is there going to be an evil villain, Ilan Omar, in it? I think I might have stuck her in Meltdown. I forget. Roscoe says MAGA 7 confirmed hot. Hot 2020. Hot 2020. That's not even going to be my hot book for 2020. The Secret Project is going to... The Secret Project... Oh, the Secret Project has the possibility of absolutely blowing all the higher campaigns out of the water. And I really, really hope it does. No guarantees. You never know. You never know. But it has that possibility. I'm really hoping Quinn's book does, $500,000 or something crazy. I want Quinn's book to go bananas. Because we need a new foundation. We need a foundation that isn't based on tribalism and hashtags. You know what I'm saying? We need a foundation that's just based on good comics and good customer service. Let's just not give it a name. Let's just say that's foundational business. Good comics, good customer service. Let's do that, shall we? Quinn calling all police criminals doesn't look good in my humble opinion. Yeah, I responded to that. you know, Quinn's raised by his grandparents, and so they have regaled them with stories of Jim Crow and police brutality and all the stuff they went through. So maybe it's well, here's the problem. I see this problem a lot because that living memory becomes in a weird sense modern history. So instead of having a, you know, asking a kid, he's 23 years old, I think, right? And instead of asking him, well, how many times in your life have you had to deal with police brutality or whatever, and he'd be like, none, probably, right? It's still in the living memory of the people who raised him. So they and I understand that, you know. I don't know how you overcome that, but I don't know. That's why we got to listen to each other, right? Obviously, I'm very firmly on the conservative libertarian spectrum of freedom and free markets and religious liberty, free speech, freedom of association, all that kind of stuff. But I preferred the world when we could just sit down and talk to other people who we disagreed with, instead of this tribalistic bullcrap that the too many left and right. I'm going to say that left and right have gotten into this mindset, and I've been guilty of it myself. You know, that's why for the longest time I don't like. You'll rarely hear me use the phrase SJWs, because I don't want to make it about us versus them. There's a culture war, yeah, but who says it? It's a war for your mind. Is it InfoWars? The war is for your mind, right? We're not trying to take up arms against people who we disagree with. We're trying to change the hearts and minds of the people we disagree with. And making them the enemy is not going to change their hearts and minds. It is going to confirm their prejudices. It is going to affirm their resistance to listening to anyone on our side. My response to Quinn was that, a small percentage of cops are bad seeds. Truism. A small percentage of any population is a bad seed. And to judge the entirety of a population by its bad seeds is not a good idea. There's a word for it. It's called prejudice. But I wanted him to come to that conclusion without me having to spell it out. There's so many laws that people can get charged with anything at any time. This helps people fear cops because cops have the power to destroy your life. Roscoe says, maybe it's just families who perpetuate criminal behavior, who perpetually deal with police brutality and have such memories. Just saying. Maybe it's families who perpetuate criminal behavior. Well, no, because okay, here's the thing. There's a possibility of that in particular situations, right? There's also the possibility that when you're not skipping a generation of being raised, right? It's like Quinn is practically my son's age, a few years apart. So my generation, the Gen Xers, we went through the 80s, the 90s. We went through sort of the chilling out period of racism in America. The generation before us, my mom's generation, bunch of racists. which means that on the black side of the ledger, bunch of victims of racism, right? So rather than being tempered from my mom's generation to my son's generation through my generation, Quinn is being taught all the crap that my mom's generation had to go through. Right? Yeah. I mean, the Civil Rights Act was half a dozen years before I was born. That's what I'm talking about. This is living memory. This is a really quick transition from a time when we had legitimate institutionalized racism in this country to having a black president, right? That's a 3-generation span. That's so fast that we've gone from one extreme to the other. And I think without the buffer of my generation, you get a different experience from people raising you who were suffered under that kind of institutionalized racism. I don't believe there's institutionalized racism today. That doesn't mean there weren't legitimate grievances. And that doesn't mean that there isn't still individual, racist crap happening here and there. But we fought the fight against institutionalized racism, and institutionalized racism lost. There are people that want it to still be the boogeyman. And I think it's all political. And now they're using that boogeyman and trying to link it up with the communist agenda. It's all very frustrating. My grandfather avoided talking politics because back in the day, that could get you in a lot of trouble, says Joke. Steve says, to some people, 1,000 isn't enough to get worked up over, but if you have 100 spare dollars a month, it's a killer. We made the DNC dissolve their clan. Todoroki says, question, Mike, how are those Injustice original art perks going to be handled? Well, they being sent out, and how well is the art be protected? It'll be protected the same as much as I protect any original piece of original art. They're going to be in a top loader. They're going to be backed with I don't have any right here. Oh yeah, they're right there. 11 by 17 corrugated cardboard, and they're going to be put in the Stay Flat mailer. So should be good. Should all be good. I haven't had any complaints about my original art shipping. Not dissolved, just hidden. DC ended the diamond agreement. Now is the time to fill the void, Mike. You want me to fulfill DC's comics? I can't fulfill my own campaign in time. You have Q on late address change. Q on late address change. Sorry. Nick says Gen X felt neither highs nor lows. Yeah, it was sort of a transitional generation from that our very racist parents to a time when we elected a black president. So yeah. If I change my mailing address on Indiegogo, will you see it? I just moved. No, Zach, I won't. If you email me through Indiegogo, I will make note of it. Otherwise, there's a reason you have the forward address thing with the post office. No. How's it going?
Completed the first page.
The first page? I completed the first page.
Or whatever that page was.
Second page. All right, so there's 8 more to go.
I think I missed a few things, so I have to go back.
Da-da-da. Didn't want to take any chances. Right on, right on. Right on, right on. Get on, get on. So that said, all that said, it doesn't matter what I disagree with Quinn on politically. I will support him. He's a friend. So, I need more bags. Thankfully, there's thousands right here.
Did you say the blue allergy for that?
No, I don't pay attention to that. Not NSA, military intelligence, patriots. I don't know what you're talking about. Can you guys hear me okay, or is it all echoing and crappy sounding in here?
I wonder what happens if you take like 10 anti-diarrhea pills.
Anti-what?
Diarrhea.
10 anti-diarrhea pills get blocked up.
That's just to increase your body's moisture absorption.
Elijah is faint. All right. Raythula says, I'm stoked for Tati. I really hope it gets over 6 figures. Oh, I can almost guarantee it gets over 6 figures.
Now just because he said that, it's not going to get 6 figures.
I want it to hit 500,000. I don't know if it will, but I want it to. And not even just for Quinn's sake, for Matthew's sake. I want this to be just a huge hit that just really gets Matt's name out there with a whole new untainted audience.
Dang, that potato plant's going to be big.
So much taint. Quinn and his support of the Targaryens, which he is such a radical. And then Weldon, not Cossin. Not Cossin. No, I don't think Cossin would be capable of working with a more left-leaning libertarian. The one that sounds like Zach, yes. Don't get your hopes up. For what? For what? How well Toddy is going to do? Oh, Toddy is going to do great. Costin is class. He is, but he's also, what's the word? Unyielding? Unyielding, I guess.
What?
I'm talking to them.
It's so fun. We're not talking anymore.
Oh. Does Quinn have a mailing list? What's the numbers on that look like? Yeah, last time, and this was months ago, last time I saw it was around 2,000. 2,000 on the mailing list, but I don't think I've asked him about it since like January. When are you planning on revealing the big secret project? I want to schedule around it. It was going to be a couple months, but now I don't know how long it's going to take to fulfill this stuff, and we want to have that done first before we solicit. So I'm gonna still go with a couple. I'm gonna go with a couple months from now, because I don't think I can push this. I want to make sure I get this shipping stuff done soon enough. Quinn's pre-launch mailing list. Yes, thank you. Matt Walsh is on point lately. I haven't been following too much. I'm not sure I can hold secrets that long. You will hold secrets that long. Oh, well, no, before it launches, it'll be announced. Relatively soon, because we got to start building up a mailing list. So the announcement will come, but the launch won't come for a couple of months. So we should be announcing relatively soon. I need to get... I got a bunch of the colored pages in, but they all need corrections. And so we got to do that first. So much to do. So much to do, guys. I am like the busiest guy in comics right now. Think about what I have going on right now. I've got fulfillment on 2 campaigns. I've got pre-launch on 1 campaign. I'm helping, well, I'm not helping so much that it takes a bunch of my time, but I just had a 2-hour meeting with Matt and Quinn the other day, because that is Quinn's first crowdfunding campaign, so I volunteered to help him out. I got to work on the special project, the secret project. I've got MAGA waiting to launch July 4th. I should be promoting that every day. Could you guys promote that for me? MAGA7.com. Just get people to sign up for that. Anytime you see something with Donald Trump or whatever, just plug that in there and say we can't wait for the inauguration, whatever. Just keep that going. I need an army. I need my MAGA army out there promoting that book. I got to talk to Tim Lim and see if there's some way we can cross-promote each other's patriotic books. Also, Lone Star 3, I have that to work on. Thank you for bringing that up. That's another one. And Game of Thrones covers and the other covers that I have agreed to do, which there's a handful. So I'm tired just thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let me move this box. Let me move this box over here. And then I gotta crack open some of these. Oh yeah, you guys recognize these books, right? Still got boxes of these in the garage. That one beat up. See, you can't get to perfect. All right. Nope. All right, there we go. There we go. You have to get down from the top of the box before you can get to the clean books. Oh, and I just bent the crap out of that cover, so. Woo. This one has the corrugation of the box indented under the cover. Nope. Nope. Brother. Hey, nope. See that? Nope. Nope. Thanks, son. Holy cow, how many of these do I gotta nope? That should be good. Nope. The bad ones, just send them to me. No, I got plans for those. What do you do with the imperfect books, Mike? I'm sending those to the troops. I'm going to add those in because they don't care. They're going to read them. Yeah. So actually, I have a bunch of them from the last time around. I still need to send off, but I mean, not that I need to, but that I'm going to. All right, let us scribble on here. You need to reglue the joints in that chair. It's squeaking like a stuck pig every time you shift your weight. Yeah, this thing sucks. That's what you're trying to say? You're trying to say my Mexican-made chair is a piece of crap? Why you gotta hate, man? Why you gotta hate? You know what I did want to do is compare the thickness, because I feel like, all right, here we go. Soul of the Soldier, Heart of the Hero. Oh no, this is Soul of the Soldier. Wait a second, this is Soul of the Soldier? Wow, Soul of the Soldier. Wow, this paper's way thicker. That's crazy. I need a copy of Heart of the Hero. I need a Heart of the Hero redo, please. There. All right. All right, so the Heart of the Hero, second printing, thicker paper than the original printing. Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. All right, questions. Mike's chair is screaming for help. Shush you. Crazy for feeling so blue. All right, we got another empty box here. Actually, let me just fold this in. These I can stick in top down. I mean, vertically. Friend of the fluting. Ah ha ha. No. Show us a freshly signed signature. Freshly signed signature. Freshly signed. Signatore. Signatore. Oops. And then into the bag it goes. Into the bag it goes. And I only have to do this, I think, around 8,000 times. Whoa. This is fun being in the dining room. Aren't you finished yet, Mike? Yeah. 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 All of crypto is down today. Yeah, but not by much. Not by much. If you can't take these little tiny dips, then you don't deserve the 1,000% gains that are coming. Only 7,999 more to go. I'll have to go buy some more Sharpies. Yeah, I was so silly thinking, oh, yeah, I'm going to get my books on Monday. Hopefully I'll be able to ship some out on Tuesday. So much prep that goes into all this stuff. Totally forgot about it. Thing is, my last campaign was only... how much? What did I do in my last campaign? It wasn't that many. It was like 500 and something. And so it was like, it felt like nothing. It was just like in, out, done. Woo! I got 12,000 books shipped to me this time. And granted, some of those were extras. Some of them are comps. Some of them are troops tiers, so I can just send giant bundles at a time. By the way, I need APOs. I can't leave all of these up to one guy this time. So if you know anybody out there serving, has an APO, I can send books to, and let me know. Let me know, please. Actually, somebody needs to collect those for me. The variants must make this packaging harder than last time. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I've already spent multiple days on the file itself, just trying to get all the addresses and all of the tiers and all. Oh my gosh, those tiers are giving me tears. I was like, oh, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Oh my gosh. I mean, ultimately it's worth it, but like I said, I didn't know that my time would be so taxed when it came time to do fulfillment. Otherwise, I wouldn't be stressed out. You know, I just have so much other stuff I need to get done besides fulfillment on a deadline. So, boy. Crazy for feeling so blue. Alright. More books to sign. Will you what? Will I what, Victor? Almost halfway done. Dude is not having a good year on Twitter. Well, he just doesn't want to make anybody enemies. I get it. I don't want to make enemies either. Enemies are going to come. Some people are going to be closed-minded douche nozzles. But hey, we have closed-minded douche nozzles in every color of the political spectrum has its own closed-minded douche nozzles. So you're just gonna have to deal with that. You can never make everybody happy. So stand on your principles, stand on what you believe in. Don't be a jerk about it if you can manage it, and let the chips fall where they may. Right? For me, it is faith first, God first. God guides my principles, and so my principles come before. Look, my principles come before the customer. Sorry, customers, but if you want me to do something that goes against my principles, then you're going to hold your money, what's that word? Hostage to me, doing what you want and going against my principles, then you can take a very long walk off a very short pier. Because I don't care if you're the guy that bought 61 tiers. You are not going to decide my principles for me. I would never say something along the lines of, my customers come before my friends. My customers, and then a very, very steep decline, and then my friends. I thought that was a horrible thing to say. Not saying who said it, but you can imagine what kind of a horrible person would say that about their friends. God over money. Bizzle. Whoa. Ray who says, yep. Yeah, and hopefully my customers acknowledge my principles and that I hold principles. And if they hold different principles, then they don't hold my principles against their principles. I'm saying principles so much, I feel like I'm in elementary school. My principal hated me in elementary school. I don't know why. He must have been racist. Oh, I never thought of that. That never even came to mind, that my principal might have been a racist. Mr. Bondley. Stupid Mr. Bondley. I'm willing to bet that Sean Gordon Murphy does a cover for Bigfoot Bill 3 at this rate. I think he should. See, I know, and I understand Doug being like, look, as a friend, I don't want him getting in that kind of trouble just to defend me. And that's the principle of friendship. You sacrifice your desire for your friend's good, right? That's Doug being a friend. Was Sean being as much of a friend by not standing up for Doug? I don't think so. But whatever. We're all responsible for our own actions. So, how are those books going? Are those books the books that are going out? Yeah. Yup. Lots of books got to get signed, bagged, boarded, all that fun stuff. Nicely packed up, protected, labeled, stamped, as in do not bend stamp. What's up, Gary? It is the process. I may have to take a break from the process to do some artwork, covers and stuff. I told Dynamite I would have that next Game of Thrones cover done by the 15th. It'll be right in the middle of all this stuff. Jim Lee has no opinion on nothing. Da, 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 da. Where is your in-house sweatshop? Why aren't they working for you? Eden and Jill are over at the Burner's house for a little soiree, I guess. Elijah's right there watering the plants, but he was dealing with my ShipStation stuff, which was kind of giving me a headache there. And then Isaac and Micah are playing video games, and JoJo's special needs, so I don't really want him helping out because that would be more harm than help. Gail Simone is handling all those issues. Mike, fear not. Gail, you know she's never been anything but nice to me. She has never been anything but nice and cordial and friendly to me, even though we are diametrically opposed politically. She's never been even the slightest bit douchebaggy to me at all. At all. Are you having your kids sign the books for you? You're a funny guy, Gary Shipman. You're a funny guy. Da, 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 da. Do 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 do.
You didn't even sleep last night?
Who?
Eden.
Eden didn't sleep?
Did she?
I don't know.
She was up late.
How am I supposed to know if Eden slept last night? Are Eden and Jill staying 6 feet apart? Oh, I sincerely doubt it. She did offer to unblock a lot of people during COVID lockdowns. She was doing some kind of writing workshop class. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I may disagree with her vehemently, but I have no reason to be a jerk to her. And frankly, I don't know. I don't know. Your experience may vary. Can you think of? You'll probably say yes, because I don't know. I don't really pay that much attention. But has she been terribly uncouth to anyone on Twitter, like badgering people and trying to get people canceled and all that kind of stuff? I don't know. I guess I don't follow enough the SJW Trail of Tears. Let me know, guys. Gary, did you just open another Indiegogo campaign? Are you just going to keep this ball rolling here?
Why are we bringing food back home?
I doubt it. There's croissants right there. Go ahead.
Not good.
Well, beggars can't be choosers, Elijah. So go ahead and eat what's available.
What do you think I'm making oatmeal?
Oh. Then why did you ask if she was bringing home food if you're making oatmeal? You added a new perk to your original Indiegogo. And is that new perk the books that were available on Kickstarter? Don't trust her. Gail Simone is a founding member of Progressive Garbage in Comics. Don't trust her in what way? You mean you don't trust her? I mean, she's a lefty. She's a lefty. I'm not saying I'm going to ask her to join Blacklist Universe. But I'm not gonna throw trash at her because she's never thrown trash at me. She might be a lefty and her politics might be way off the deep end. But again, she's never had an unkind word towards me. Did you deliberately base Scout's look on yourself, or was it just a long-haired character? I mean, he doesn't really look like me. I've got a big old fat circular head. He's just got long hair. So, I mean, where's Monster Hunt? Monster Hunt's got a better picture of him than. Does that look like me? Scout.
Yeah, you modeled yourself off of him.
I modeled myself off of him?
I have a hard time with words.
Me and words not good together. Ooh, let's see if there's a little gap in the alignment on the printing on this page. Might have to show that to my printer. Is that my copy? Yes, it is, Gary. I'll sign it special to you. Oh. Doesn't look like you as much as the guy in Meg. That's funny, because that is actually how that guy was described. Of course, the fact that I stuck him in an Ethereum shirt. I just thought that was funny. I wonder how many people even noticed that. How easy was that Monster Hunt book to write? It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard. Just trying to play up the right amount of, big fancy splash pages. It wasn't hard. It's not like I had to, develop a 48-page story or anything. It was 24 pages, and it was just a quick sort of a, what do they call that? In and out, sort of. Can you come up with these stories easy? So you can. Coming up with the baseline of a story isn't difficult, but trying to development takes time. Elijah's guitar is depressing. Yeah. Do any communications with Malin in the Race to Mail books? No. No. None whatsoever. I mean, other than when he was on the stream that one time. Or not on the stream, but in the chat. So, yeah, I don't know where he's at. It looks like he's already got everything bagged and boarded. So, he's already ahead of me by a margin. Fairly wide margin. So anything else on your guys' mind today? We don't have to sit here all day watching me bag and board comic books. Especially this is like echoes of last year since, like I told you guys, right? I told you guys I printed a bunch of these extra. So if you're going to don't think about buying those for a premium on eBay because you know you could get them on the second campaign. Now I don't even know how many I'm gonna have left after this. But I'm pretty sure I'm tapped out on cover B, and absolutely sure I'm tapped out on the the Alliance cover. The Alliance cover. You guys remember that? That was the first appearance of several characters who seem to have become quite popular. In fact, the fact is, that's the first appearance of Red Rooster, which is now probably one of the most widely published comic books in America. Wow, so that cover might actually be worth something. I didn't think about that when I first drew that cover. I want to know if Mike is taller than Joe Rogan. How tall is Joe Rogan? Isn't he like 5'4"? If that's the case, then yeah. I remember that cover. I was passed over. Toki Deathhammer. Passed over? What did you do, Toki Deathhammer? It's a very interesting stream. I'll rewatch this again after it's done also. What stream? This stream is interesting? This stream is not interesting at all. This is me bagging and boarding and signing comic books. You're both the same height according to Google. Okay. 5'7". Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're the same height. That was the drama cover, wasn't it? Yeah. The big drama cover. The historic. And the cover that went, that cover, the original art for that cover remains the #1, the most expensive auction item out of any auction related to these comic streams. You guys streaming later tonight? I don't know. I'd hate to skip out on a Friday night. Maybe I could work on my cover then. I don't know. Should we do auctions though? I don't know if those guys need. I don't know. It seems like the auctions are a little dry right now. So might have to. I love my signed Comicsgate cover because I know I'll probably never see anything like it again. True that, bro. They are dry doesn't mean you shouldn't art and talk. We could maybe do that. I do have to do some drawing, so. And I don't know how far along Elijah's going to get on this other thing that has to be done. He's too busy playing guitar in the kitchen. Ba, 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 ba. Do a drawing stream. I shall see. Friday night bullpen. Could do that. I just, when I get started on something, I really like focus on it and kind of want to see it through instead of getting distracted. Fuzzy Creature says, yeah, play something good. Why doesn't Elijah help you? No good, Mike. He's eating right now. He's eating while he's playing a guitar.
Yeah, practice.
All right. Mike works while Elijah plays guitar. The ant and the cicada myth. Well, I'm a workaholic, man. Come to play Big Iron. I don't know what that is. You know what Big Iron is, Elijah?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't.
Sounds like a country song.
Joe. The way Dynamite's doing them, it's supplying to small niche fan bases that aren't big enough to justify going full blown production. What are you talking about, Mark Gillum? Nikki has a question. Where do you write your stories? At the desk, out on walks, on the desk, out back, or do you make time to sit and write, or do you just grab a pen as they pop into your head? Combination of all those things. Writing is, 90% just thinking, and then 10% scribbling down what you're thinking. So you should be, if you're in the process of a story, you should be thinking about that story a lot. I'm not going to say all the time. And then if you get ideas, writing those down, hoping you remember them. And then putting those down on paper, hoping they fit into your story structure. Because here's the thing, you may have just a fantastic scene or a fantastic idea in mind, but if it doesn't fit the story structure and you just shoehorn it in there, it just doesn't feel like it's appropriate, right? So I don't know what you do with that. If you're like, boy, I just really want that scene, but sometimes a director needs a good editor to cut stuff out of the film that he just really wanted in there, but it just didn't fit the story. I have a nice arc in mind for the young adult range. Very cool. How far along are you with bagging? About a tenth of the way just on bagging. I think we have maybe somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 books bagged. And I've got, you know what? No, I don't have to bag all 12,000. I think I have about 8,000 books that have to go out. 9,000 if you include... No. That would include those. So maybe about an eighth of the way done. Mike Baggins. I've been trying to think of a world that I play with casually. I've written a few things, but I think at some point I have to offload the idea on somebody else, as I'm no writer and my stories would be simplistic. I don't know. Write it as far as you can, then yeah. I already asked for battery. Joe K said he asked for battery. Mike does the daddy is shaming you voice. That's right. I don't think these are gonna fit. All right. 1/8 out of what? Like I said, about 8,000 books that have to be bagged and boarded. So 1/8 would be about 1,000. I haven't counted. I'm just kind of going by the boxes that are here. Kind of speculating that it's about 1,000 to 1,500. I couldn't tell you for sure unless I counted, and I'm not going to. People say halfway, 3/4, and 1/8. Yes, it's a smaller fraction than halfway. It's 1/4 of halfway. I'm in the same boat, been working on a world and characters since quarantine started. I'm not a great writer and even worse artist. Save the cat. Get Save the Cat. It'll really clarify some stuff on storytelling for you if you haven't already gotten it. And then if that's too simplistic for you, get Story by Robert McGee. That's a really long, dry read, but it gives you a lot of good information about storytelling, story writing. I got the first squad tier. That's a lot of books. It is a lot of books. First brigade, and a patch. Wait, we don't talk about patch. Oh no, I already showed it on stream. First brigade patch. Rockin' and rolling. Whoa. Oh, okay, there it is. You know what? I had about 10 people refund First Brigade. So I was thinking I will actually make the First Brigade a tier of like 10 people can buy into being First Brigade, and I'll make it like $100 or something extra, because with all the discounts you'll get down the road, then they'd also get the badge and the dog tags. I was thinking about that because we got to fill that brigade back up, right? How rude of them to refund First Brigade. Terrible. Lady Celtic Moon says, oh. Army of Immortals. I'm wondering whether our sketch cards will be shipped separately. It depends. It depends on the sketch card, and it depends on what else you have coming to you. So I can't give you a carte blanche answer. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. First Brigade needs reinforcements. Yeah. $100 extra. That's like $200. Well, no, I'm saying the brigade tier in and of itself would be its own tier. It would be its own tier. Lone Star original sketch card. What about it? What about it, Lady Celtic Moon? Why are you saying that? Bunch of books in here. That is a bunch of books. Tim Pool has a video headlining NYPD resigning at an alarming rate. Uh-oh. That's no bueno. That is no bueno. Are you still working on the sketch cards, Mike? I am still working on the sketch cards. I keep getting sidetracked on everything else I have to do, so you know what, I'm just going to tilt these all out like this. And sign them all at once. Tim Pool is a bit annoying. P Money says, I didn't buy the First Brigade tier. I used the money on sketch card. LOL. Will I still be First Brigade in the next campaign? Yeah. Yeah. You didn't have to buy it. So I can't talk while I'm signing because I actually think about my signature when All right, there we go. Is bueno a type of burrito? It is. It is a very bueno burrito. Burrito. El burrito is so bueno. I'm glad I got a couple sketch cards. They turned out the hope. Right on, Captain Helch. Right on, right on. That cover is signed burrito. What? It's not cover signed burrito. What are you talking about? What are you even talking about, huh? Un buen burrito. Una bueno burrito. I could use a burrito right now. They are not treated well, and now it is in fashion to hate the police. There will be terrible consequences for this. It's crazy. It's crazy. You need to learn how to sign it with both hands at the same time. Ha! No. Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. Okay, he's done eating, and I can hear him playing the guitar back there when he's supposed to be working on Ship Station. This is why it's so hard to find good workers out there. Very frustrating. Be right back, hiding under the bed. How was it last night? How was the protest last night? I really have not paid much attention today. Really kind of hoping it's just dying down. Breziful. There could be 2 different tiers. The signature firm, the bad hand would be cheaper. Well, my next campaign, I'm doing $15 unsigned books. So I'm dropping the price on the unsigned ones for people who just want to read a graphic novel. $15 seems like a decent price. And then I'm upping the price on the signed books to $30. So, and that's not MAGA. MAGA is going to be $10 because it's a 24-page book. But also $25 for a signed. Because I want people to be able to get a cheaper book. But if you want the signed stuff, because you care about that sort of thing, then bonus. Yeah, it's more protests, definitely not as many riots as before. Good. The protesting in my hometown of New Orleans tonight. We shall see. Louisiana's protests have been pretty peaceful for the most part. Zach, you should get out there. If you know how to play the saxophone, just get out there. Get some of your other musician friends out there. Start playing some blues down on Bourbon, wherever they're going to be protesting, and just turn it into Mardi Gras. They started doing all this dancing in San Diego. I thought it was great. They're doing it. Line dancing in San Francisco. I'm like, hey, you want to go out and turn this into a big party? Go for it. Do that. That's great. Just don't get violent. You know? The only justified reason for violence is if some dude comes up and kisses on somebody else's girl. Or in San Francisco, if some dude comes up and kisses on somebody else's dude. Line dancing in San Francisco, isn't that a country thing? Well, not line dancing, but there's this song. They've done it at my church. Well, they'll put this song on, and everybody gets up and starts dance. Like they all know this dance, and it like turns it into a musical where everybody's doing the same, doing all these moves, and it's like, where are you guys all watching this stuff that you know this dance? You know, it's turning into the Music Man out there. Alright, I cannot fit any more into that box. Like the Macarena? No. Second degree is going to be much harder to prove than third unless there's solid history of them from their time together at the club. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. There was some sort of relationship there, you know? Do I just keep going with this box, or do I grab a different box? I guess I need to keep going with this box. At least it's light enough I can lift it. So this one box has 130 copies. It looks like about 20 of them were bust. So a little over 100 copies of Lone Star 1, cover A. I can't get to the bottom of the box. I'm going to have to tilt the box over. There we go. Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so. And then I can fill the box back up. There we go. And that's how that works, ladies and gentlemen. Racing crazy for feeling so blue. There, spread them out so I can sign them all. There we go. Silverfish. Silverfish ran out from between my books. I wish he would have put his knee on my giraffe muscular freaking neck. I would have launched his butt and got aggravated assault on a police officer. I want to know, I heard someone say that the video has been released, the missing however many minutes of video, you know, has been released so that we could see what happened better. But I haven't seen it. I haven't really been doing that much lurking on the YouTubes. You can watch the TV series Cops and see that move happen all the time. Yeah, I'm still seeing it happen regularly. Signing. Still lots of video missing, is it? Why is that? It's not like, you know it's there. Somebody's got that video, so where is it? I mean, I'm not going to fall into that. There's that one guy who's like, thinks it's all a conspiracy theory because the video doesn't line up from one angle to the other. Like they shot the whole thing twice. I don't buy that. I won't buy that for $1. I heard baggies fell out of Floyd's pants and the cop took it. Yeah. Well, the guy was a known drug abuser, armed robber, a threatener of pregnant women. He's not a hero. He is a victim, but he ain't no hero. You know? So the fact that people want to burn down society for a criminal, that's disturbing. Martin Luther King was assassinated, and this country did not melt down like it is now over a criminal. Where's your freaking priorities? You think there was no police brutality in Martin Luther King's day? Give me a break. Malcolm X was assassinated. We did not burn down the civilization. You know why? You know why we didn't? Because the communists didn't have a foothold yet. The communists are the agitators in this scenario. I mean, there is a bunch of angry, Black Lives Matter people out there, but the instigators of a lot of this looting and rioting are straight up communist, Antifa. That's the difference between the 60s and today. I mean, except for the fact that blacks are way better off today than they were in the 60s. Way better off. Didn't you know mainstream media tells us racism only started when Trump got elected? I know, right? Mike, drugs is a tough habit to stop. Because he was killed by the Nation of Islam. Oh, yeah, that's right. I wish MLK was alive today. I think his point of view on the current state of society would shock some people. Yeah, you know what they'd do? They'd call him an Uncle Tom. MLK! What happened to the MLK of the past? I just haven't changed my mind. You haven't changed your mind? That makes you an Uncle Tom, because you're not a communist. Oh, what? Sorry, that's a terrible Martin Luther King impersonation. Mark Gillum says, true. Everything I say is true, Mark. Eventually. Always right eventually. Once you ruin your life, you got to look forward to is getting high. Malcolm X even said exactly who would kill him and why. He was uncovering corruption in the Nation of Islam. There's an interesting video of Malcolm X on YouTube. He is about what he thought white liberals, he didn't like them. Yeah, I saw that. I've seen that video. White Knights. The White Knights. Quick, Robin, to the virtue signal. Quick, Karen, to the virtue signal. Much respect for MLK, but I wouldn't be surprised if he'd had mutated along with the left. That's possible. But wasn't it post? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, how would things have been different? Would his simply being alive have changed the dynamics of racial politics in this country? Would it? Mike, sign faster. I cannot. I can, but I got to turn off the camera. Because I don't want you guys to see how sloppy I get. Crazy for feeling so lonely. Crazy for feeling. Take your time, Miller. I want my signatures to be perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect signature. You know what's interesting is watching the signatures change over the years, though. Like, my signature has definitely changed. Harrison Ford's signature. You can go look at, like, signature not galleries. I don't know what you call it, but like signature collectors, like authenticators and whatnot, and you'll see like people in the early part of their career, they will sign their name very, very legibly. Like my signature used to be. Right. This, back 20 years ago, would have been my signature. Right? That is my signature today. So, it's the same thing with like movie stars and whatnot. It's kind of funny. I think MLK was committed to his Christianity. He was a Reverend Martin Luther King. His values were solid. Well, he was cheating on his wife, wasn't he? But that had nothing to do with his fight for equality. It makes me sick when you try to use Martin Luther King's great historic words about, future where people are judged by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. And then you have people on the left saying, well, that's not what he meant. What? What's wrong with you guys? My EBS cover with his signature looks suspiciously like your... What? Many great men in nation's history have been flawed people. Yeah, all of them. There are no unflawed people. Except Jesus. Jesus was the one guy. MLK was Republican. He was for traditional marriage as well. Yeah, they would have had to have assassinated him at some point, right? I did not know he cheated on his wife. I'm pretty sure he did. I don't know if that's just an FBI misinformation op. Somebody else can look it up for him. I had some pretty bad theology when it came to the core tenets of, MLK, Christianity, but it's not PC to talk about it. MLK was pretty flawed. We're all pretty flawed. Look at JFK. Everybody loved JFK. That guy was an adulterer, man. MLK was a womanizer. He had flaws like everyone. That's not a flaw I have. Knock on wood. Pray God that temptation never makes its way into my boudoir. I think even Oliver Stone accepts that MLK was having affairs, and he's pretty far left. You're signing it, right? That's the one reason I am looking forward to it. My dry humor is not coming across in text. I'm signing the ones that were paid for signing. I'm not signing the unsigned tiers. Although, knowing me, I'll end up accidentally sending some people some signed ones. What if he had affairs? What if... Huh? He had affairs. You mean, what difference does it make? Made a difference to his wife. It makes a difference to his character. Also, I do believe. I would posit. I had a dream that my wife didn't find out I had an affair. No, I'm just kidding. Some of these are... One of these is the bottom piece, so I don't think I want to use that one. One of these has to have... Oh no, I might have already bagged it. What's up, Nighthawk? How you doing? We just here sign on some comic books. You know what I'm saying? Should I sign one like I would have 20 years ago? My big old Mike S. Miller. You can read the whole thing. There we go. Crazy. I think I got the 1st Brigade with covers and the line art covers. Was that signed? Yes. Yes. 1st Brigade, all the 1st Brigade covers are signed at that crazy, crazy good deal. I don't know what to do for my next 1st Brigade tier. If you guys have suggestions, then by all means, suggest. What should I do for the next 1st Brigade tier? I gotta do one for MAGA. I know it's not technically in the Blacklist universe, but why not, right? Why not do a 1st Brigade tier? Free to 1st Brigadiers. You know, daddy gotta pay mortgage too, you know. I could do... First Brigade and 1-year anniversary Blacklist universe members. I could do something like that. Huh. I didn't think about that. That's a good idea. Doing something for people who have been members. Love me long time. The members love me long time. Brigade. Tier. The too many tiers tier. Ooh, I don't know. I'll think of something. I gotta think of something. I don't have that many members though. I don't think I ever broke 100 members. What could I do? I don't know. Most people have no memory of the war in Yugoslavia. Ah. I have been out a few weeks. Was the secret project Mike working on revealed yet? No, Mark, it has not yet been revealed. Although some people did guess it. And if you email me privately your guess, I can confirm or deny, but please keep it to yourself. No public announcements of your guesses. Maybe campaign election buttons like old-time campaign. Ooh. MAGA 7 election buttons. That's not a bad idea. Alright, I need to get another box of comics to sign. So I've done two boxes of comics while I've been sitting here. Or stickers. Stickers. You know what I kind of want to do? Remember the old Star Wars stickers with the big black border and then you cut around the border? Or not cut around it, but they were die cut around it. Do something special on July 13th. That's the 2nd anniversary of the launch of Lone Star 1 campaign. Oh, yeah? How do you remember this stuff? Oh, no, those aren't comics. Those are just cards. Those are my cards. Alright, another box of comics here. Let's see what they are. Oh, Monster Hunt books. Alrighty, daddy. Left and righty. Magnets and keychains. Nice P money. Metal bookmarks. I am a bookworm, so I am biased towards this idea. Hold up. Alright, those are in good shape. Where to sign these bad boys? I think I signed the other one up in the corner, so maybe I'll just do that again. Oh, except I think I signed these in green on the last campaign. Or on the last... Oh, I can't do that to all of them, though. Like that. Monster Hunt and then green right up there. Can you see it? crazy. Let's see how long this pen lasts. This is really... These green pens, they look great, but really, really crappy. Are those the Elliott covers? No. The Elliott covers look so good. Oh, look at this. Dope. Oh my goodness, that came out so good. I haven't signed these yet, so that must be in another one of the boxes. Crazy. I'm feeling sober. I'm getting one of those. I'm crazy for loving you. Hey, did I tell you guys about my idea for making a very limited, exclusive hardback edition of the Dunk and Egg stories? Because here's the deal: the Dunk and Egg stories, you can't put them together in one book at a single publisher, because the first two books are published by Amazon and Jet City, and the third book is published by Random House Penguin Publishing. And so two different publishers, they can't get together and do a single book. However, what you can do sorry, need more of this. What you can do is, if you are so inclined, you can buy the soft covers of each of them. And there's a process by which you can take them to this binding company, and they'll align them. They'll trim off that millimeter back, re-glue the things, and stick them into a new binding with a new hardcover. So you could have all three covers, but it would, it's a costly process. So I could actually, if I could get those three books at some sort of a discounted rate, a wholesaler rate maybe, I don't know, from the different publishers, create my own new cover, maybe even make it so exclusive that it's there. Each one has a actual unique illustrated cover. Make it a sketch cover book, sketch cover hardback, right? And make these they'd be a very high ticket item. I don't know, maybe $250 or something. But it'd be limited to maybe like 100, 200 copies. Would that be crazy? I don't know if I can get 100, 200 fans. Probably. Because it's three graphic novels in one giant hardcover. I think it'd be pretty epic. And it'd be, it's like the books I'm the most known for other than Injustice. Put my name on the list, please. I don't know if it'd even be worth it to do it through like Indiegogo or something, though. Do you think I could just do that and make them available through my website? Which series was this? I didn't hear. The Dunk and Egg books. Hedge Knight, Sworn Sword, and Mystery Knight. I could even, as a backup, well, maybe I couldn't. I don't know if I could add stuff to it legally. Could even see if I could get George to sign some of them. Premiere edition. Are they a complete story? Yeah, each of them is a complete story. So it'd be 3 different complete stories about the same 2 characters. Oh, that's my daughter. Hold on. I can afford that sign. What do I want from Santana? Elijah! Your phone is farting. Sorry about the fart. The phone fart. Where am I going to put these books? You know what? I'll just put them in here. Squeaky chair. How does one tech fart? I'll just take a... What do I want? What are you getting?
California Bruno.
California Bruno. I'll just take bean cheese. Bena cheesa burritos for misa. Didn't the back cover on this come out great? Look at that. Monster Hut, yeah. That's not good. Is there an Amazon warehouse on fire in LA right now? There better not be. That's where my mag books are.
Amazon's doing really well right now.
Can you go see if there's an Amazon? Actually, some of you go look that up. Are you being honest? Amazon warehouse on fire would be very bad for a lot of people.
Amazon's making so much money right now because so much of small businesses are being looted and crap.
Oh, they've been doing very well since the pandemic started.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if Amazon started the pandemic. Amazon stock must be going through the roof. Bet you Dr. Tran's like, woohoo! Bring on the pandemic. I buy more Bitcoin. My friend who's been talking, well, he hasn't been talking smack about Bitcoin, but he's been ignoring my advice on Bitcoin for years. When he got his $1,200 Trump check, he bought Bitcoin with it. Redlands, California. That's where my books are. Dang it. Is it seriously? Yeah, those mag books are gone, Mike. Massive fire destroys Redlands Amazon facility 1 hour ago. Oh my goodness. Seriously? That would not be good. Looks like they got all the employees out. Were any of them carrying boxes of Meg books? Dang, that's going to be one hell of an insurance nightmare. Yeah.
What are the orders as the issue custom?
Yeah, just ignore those. I'll take care of those. So the warehouse that the Meg is being stored in is on fire.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Lord Almighty. I would probably carry Spider-Man books. Going to have to use those ninja powers to track them down. They did it to burn the books because they're Nazis. They're Nazis, right? Good old freaking hell. Is there more than one Amazon facility in Redlands? No, there is not. That's the big LA LA distribution warehouse. Probably not Antifa, Mike. War breaking news. War campaign teams up with Antifa. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, let's hope I'm wrong. And let's hope they at least took part of my shipment and shipped it to the other Amazon facilities around the country. That would be good. That would be anti-Mike arsonist. Maybe this will make your remaining Meg books value go through the roof. Can't you track it? I don't know. I'm not going to do anything right now. I'm not going to. We'll just see how it shakes out. That's where I delivered my books to. Does that mean you get paid for those books from Amazon? You know, in a perfect world, that would be ideal. Meg suddenly selling on eBay for $500. Yeah. In a perfect world, that's what would happen, is that they would pay me the retail price for the books I delivered to them. And that would be insurance money, right? So that's what insurance is for. I just don't know how well insured Amazon is against an entire, you know how many millions and probably billions of dollars worth of inventory is in one Amazon facility? Holy crap. That would bankrupt an insurance company. That's taking it back, right? Taking it back. Said it started in 2 trailers, so maybe F this year. In an alternate universe, superheroes stop the terrorist organization Antifa. The downside, there's no such thing as comic books. Well, you know, in Lone Star 2, I have a lovely scene of Lone Star stopping Antifa from robbing a bank, so. Or an Antifa-like organization. I guess there are small letters in the contract that say they don't owe you anything. I would doubt it. Oh my goodness. I sent them 2,600 books. They've probably sold 100 of them. So if they're all still at that facility, 2,500 books. Meg fire sale. Oh, Joe. Really? Really? Well, hell. I'm regretting that I didn't order it a few weeks back when I was looking at it on Amazon. What are you gonna do, man? What can you do? Is there footage? Is the whole warehouse like up in flames, or have they stopped it? Well, there's the problem. Is it doesn't matter if they're dousing the building with water. All the books are gonna be trashed anyways, unsellable. Mike turns into the home. Whatever. All things happen for good. All things happen for good to those who love God and are called according to his purposes. So whatever the result is from this, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it, and it'll be somehow whatever. We just got to move forward. I do have copies of the Meg in the garage. I don't know how many. EBS is going to make a 6-hour insurance scam Mike stream. Yeah, you know what I heard? Is that Mike actually lit that on fire so that he could collect the insurance. Yeah, that's what I heard. Where's my shark book, right? Am I right? Was it the discount Nike shoppers? I don't know. Amazon better give you that check. I'm going to have to go through and read the contract I signed and see what happens in a situation like this, because honestly, I don't think I would go back to print on Meg, because it's a good long-term, investment type of thing, but my money's tied up right now. My money is tied up. So I heard it from a reliable source. Oh yeah. Oh, Jiminy Cricket, what's up, man? Did you hear? Amazon's on fire. Amazon is ablaze. The location where I delivered all of my Meg books. Apparently the sprinkler system malfunctioned too, so it burned quickly. Yeah. That's great to know. Thanks for letting me know they didn't suffer. What can you do but laugh? What can you do but laugh at this point in time? Honestly. It's life, man. That's life. You gotta take it as it comes. You guys are here for all of my ups and downs. Oh. You guys just witness the entirety of my life, don't you? My wife was just talking about that. It's like you don't have any secrets. It's like everything you go through, you talk to with your fans, and I'm like, I don't tell them everything. She's like, yeah, you do. Do I? Yes, Mike, we here with you through it all. EBS has his sketchy investigator on the case. Well, he doesn't have War Campaign to do his deep dives for him anymore. I want you guys to get out there and do a deep dive and find out if Mike burned down Amazon. It's the Truman Show. How funny would it be if my name was Truman? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Oh, he says something like that, right? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Something like that? No? Am I thinking of... I don't know. I could be wrong. You know what? When my wife gets here with the food, I'm going to wrap up the stream so I can have lunch and tell her the good news about Amazon. So, just prepare for that. That'll be ending soon. Mike, I've watched you eat a burrito. I'm perfectly okay with watching you sign books. So any surviving Meg book is going to go up in value now. I just saw a guy drive by with legit 20 number stickers on his car. Guess which side of the spectrum he's 20 number stickers, huh? Follow-up book, Fire Shark, 2021. 20 bumper stickers. 20 bumper stickers. I'm going to guess that one of them said coexist. One of them said Bernie 2020. One of them now says Biden. One of them is possibly a rainbow. Stupid autocorrect. 2020. Bernie 2016. One of them said Bernie. Yep, coexist was there too. Why are they so easy to call out? They probably use the Meg books to spread the fire. You guys are killing me. Y'all are killing me. Isn't it funny how I have to worry about how people are going to make hay with things like this going on in my life? Cults are usually predictable. It's true. How many books are in this one? 210 in this box. Whew, that's a big box of books. I'm not even halfway through it yet. Bagging and boarding and boarding and bagging, signing these books. It's what's got me lagging. It's the most wonderful season of all. Fulfillment time from summer till fall. Try not to let it bother you. I don't support those people anymore precisely because of that. Yeah, it just doesn't bother me unless somebody is like, hey, they're saying this and this about you. I'm like, get a life. Get a life, you losers. That's life. Funny as it seems. Some people get their kicks stomping on my dreams. Be more stoic. Yes. I will try. I will attempt to be the most stoic man in the world. See, all of these different things could be done at the same time if I had 3 people working on it. Maybe when Eden and Jill get home, we can blast through some stuff. Gotta keep Elijah working on that file, though. Because I can't just keep... Well, technically I have to, huh? I'm just going to be boxing stuff up. This kitchen... I'm going to have to start moving stuff into the living room because we don't have enough room in this kitchen for this many books. I've got at least 1,500 books in here now, signed, bagged, and boarded. And I haven't packed a single one into an envelope yet because I'm waiting for that file to get finished and then... Then it is what it is. So now, yay, more taping. 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 Keep them baggies taping. Thanks for reopening your Twitter, Mike. You got it, man. I could swear I heard Eden laughing earlier. No, it was probably Micah. Oh, no, that was JoJo. Brief Look claims Amazon will reimburse what they think it would sell for or something like that, so you'll probably get something for your damages. That would be excellent. Not so excellent for all the megaheads out there that eventually wanted to buy the book, but excellent for me. See? Could work for the good. If that happens and I get paid anyways, then maybe I could do a second printing on those for the long-term gains. Long-term gains, man. Still working on the moving to another state and getting a bigger house plan. Not really. It's still in the back of my head, but not really working on it. Oh, Nerdette just started a video. Why I'm unwilling to support Black Lives Matter or something. Junkyard done. Hey, man, I was just asking. I need more APOs. I don't want to make you handle all of the troops books this time around. So if you can get me more APOs to send stuff directly to... Or actually, you were sending stuff to APOs. I don't know. What should I do? I don't want you dumping money on double shipping. I can ship stuff direct from here. And it's like shipping it domestic, so it doesn't make much difference. But since you are on my Twitter, please do hit me up there with APOs. Anybody who has APOs, send me a message on Twitter. Send me a message on Discord. I need addresses of people out, our fighting men and women out in the world to send books to. So my wife's here now. Lament with me, brothers.
Mommy's saying that black people should get reparations for slavery. I did not say that.
All right. Bye, guys.